Very physical game, very physical game, and we knew that it would be. You know, really of all the teams that I would prefer not to play, it's them because I think Dane does a really good job, and we struggled with them in the past. Obviously, this year we've done very well against them, but I was hoping to see somebody else. You know, I mean, we didn't. Our kids did a great job. We weren't very good offensively in the second half. We didn't shoot, we didn't shoot free throws like we should have, but we did enough. I mean, when they got to 7, they made a big play. We made the plays we needed to make, and Dale was really good tonight, and I knew he would be. The thing about Dale is I can tell the day before a game when he's going to play well, and he was locked in yesterday. We had a great practice yesterday. It was very short, crisp. The kids were locked in, and we got off to a great start, and that's probably what won us the game because the rest of it was a dogfight.
Let's go to questions for the student athletes first.
Dale, Stu, with the August leader, just wanted to, obviously you brought a lot of energy to the team tonight, the crowd did as well. How much did the crowd kind of lift you guys up, especially when IPFW was making a run in the second half?
I mean, they did a great job of lifting us up. We knew if we came out and did what we were supposed to, we were going to have a good backing. And in those tight situations, that's always good because, we were struggling for a little bit, but, we'd make a play and just fed off the crowd. They were getting into it. So anytime you have, something like that, it's always a plus.
Nick Hartley probably told me last year you guys kind of had a letdown in the first game against IPFW in the quarterfinals here. How much of a difference did you notice between last year and this year in these two teams?
I mean, last year was a good game too. But this year we've had success against them 3 times now. So it was a good game. They're a tough team. Thought we really played well early on, first half, and then second half, we just held on and got a little too close at the end, but overall it's a good effort.
Terry Vanderbeck with August Leader. Nate, where you guys got 21? Then they made a little bit of a push late in the first half, and then got it down to 4. What changed for you, or what allowed them to kind of get back into it?
They shot really well second half, 57%. So anytime you give up that, they're going to make a run at you. They're a good team. We knew they were going to make a run. Not like we were going to blow them out the whole time and they're up 20, but they made a nice first half push. So and then when we cut it down to 4, we just kept our composure. That really helped us and got the win.
Dale, Jim Adlinski, Keller TV. You got most of your points down there in the paint. As someone who's out on the floor, talk about how physical that game was and what it was like out there.
Yeah, we have great passing. Big man Nate, great passer. So I know, we put the ball on the floor, cut, and those opportunities are there. And it's definitely a physical game down there, but we knew it would be that way. And honestly, I think it's good for us, set the tone for the rest of the tournament. So anytime you can play a game like that and win it, it's a great feeling.
2 more questions for the student athletes.
Jim Nelson with Kansas Dale. Can you explain the adrenaline rush of March basketball, a tight game in pretty much your hometown and kind of the team's own backyard, just that whole atmosphere of the whole?
It's honestly amazing. Frost is great. We've had a great fan support there, but it's a completely different atmosphere down here. And we're fortunate for it to be in Sioux Falls. And there's really nothing like it during the regular season. And I think everyone can just tell. When you're in the building, hear the buzz of the crowd and everything right before tip-off and whatnot. But it's a completely different ball game. And we have a lot of guys who haven't really been in this situation and played in that game, so it's good that they stepped up and played well and got the first one under our belt, so it should be good the rest of the way.
Dale, do you feel there was a defense letdown in the second half? You guys let them shoot 57% and they really clawed back into the game in that second half.
Yeah, they started being more aggressive off the drive, and whenever you get a lead like that, sometimes you can tend to relax at certain times, and I think we did that at a point, and that just gives certain players confidence. And they fought, though. Give credit to them. And just down the stretch, fouled a lot, but close games. That's kind of how it is. But there was a little bit of a letdown. But the fact that we were able to pull it out, and just get the win, says a lot.
Nate, you guys get another shot at Oakland, right where you want to be, getting another look at them. You've given them a pretty good run the first 2 times you played them. Is this kind of you couldn't write a better script, I guess, to use a cliche, so it safe to say you guys are pretty geared up for that matchup?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think the whole team is. Should be a lot of fun. Should be a great atmosphere. And I mean, they're a great team, but I mean, I think the game can win, and we'll see what happens.
Nate, final minutes have got to be a little bit hairy. Did you feel like you kind of taking the burden of the team on your shoulders the last couple minutes of the game?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, shot clock was running down on that one. I pulled in that big three, but I mean, other than that, I mean, just trying to make some free throws. I missed a couple. I mean, kind of let down at the end, got back in the game, but got the win.
Last
You
question.
guys haven't won a lot of close games this year. Unfortunately, this one went closer than you wanted it to. But anything different about the execution? Do you feel okay about the way the guys handled it once it got down to 4?
Yeah, I felt okay with it. You know, the only thing in terms of a coaching change that I could have made and I thought about was just going zone, because we knew they were just going to put their heads down and drive. But you know, you go zone, you lose shooters too, and we don't rebound very good out of the zone. That was my concern. That's why I didn't go with it. You know, and I just made free throws and took care of business. It wouldn't have gotten as hairy as it did, but you know, we had some kids make some big plays. I mean, Jordan Dyche is a freshman and goes 4 for 4, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, no turnovers. Just really played well. Unfortunately, he was in foul trouble. He would have played more. And I just can't emphasize enough how important that is for us to have players like that coming off the bench. So yeah, I thought, you know, I mean, you're gonna put it in Nate and Clint's hands. Clint has struggled still a little bit, but you know, we're gonna go with Clint because Clint's our guy.
Coach Tom Davis, Fort Wayne News Sentinel. Coach Five talked about mixing up his game plan defensively and trying to do some different things. Did you see anything that really stood out defensively by them that was different from the first two games?
Well, number one, it started a lot smaller. I mean, it was like the first time we've ever played against a team that was smaller than us. And, you know, they tried to switch everything. North Dakota State did the same thing. They probably thought that, you know, that it would be effective. A couple times, you know, they had some people switch off on to Nate, where we just backed it out and got away from him, and he's going to get by him. I mean, he gets by just about everybody. And then, you know, they did a lot of stuff. You know, I guess, you know, that's the one thing I noticed. My focus is so much more defensively, and I was trying to get them stopped. You know, but that's the one thing I noticed is on our ball screens, they were switching most of that stuff.
Obviously, Oakland's a good team. What kind of basketball will it take, and what kind of effort will it take to?
You know, just about perfect for us to beat them. It will. We'll have to do a great job of rebounding the ball. We've not gotten them stopped at all offensively. We're going to have to be incredible defensively. It's going to be physical. You know, they've had a day of rest, and so they'll have the advantage there. We're going to have to play just about perfect to win the basketball game.
2 more questions.
Coach Neil Rule with Oakland Radio. What have you learned about Oakland in your 2 meetings? What did you take away from
That they're really good. I mean, they just are. Offensively, it's as good a team as we've played all year, without question. And you know, I have a lot. You know, I would like to play some zone, but we just don't rebound out of it. I feel like we get them to miss more shots when we play zone, but we don't rebound out of it. And so, you know, as a coach, do we stay man and give up the high field goal percentage, rebound better? I don't know. I mean, I'm back and forth on it, and you know, I know we're going to have to score a lot of points, and we're going to have to play. We're going to have to hope they don't play their best game.
Coach, a lot of people talk about the home court advantage also being kind of a double-edged sword because there's some pressure and some expectations that are built up too. Your team faced a lot of that in the second half when they were making their run and got close. Is that a good sign your team was able to?
Yeah, I think that it is, and you know, quite honestly, when you got a player like Nate, it just makes it easier. I mean, you just put it in his hands and let him make plays for himself and for other people, and you know, I mean, he was picked first team all conference for a reason. I think the other teams know that he's that good, and it just makes it a lot easier when he has his hands on the ball. He's a great free throw shooter. He didn't shoot him great tonight, but he's a very good free throw shooter. And, he's going to get fouled a lot, and he's going to make tremendous passes. So it's easy to keep it in his hands when things get tight. And it, you know, there is some to that there's some pressure, but I think that would be in this game. I think tomorrow night, you know, there's no pressure. Now we can relax and play.
Coach, Mike